But be careful in case they turn around and look at you. Be sure that we're living what we're talking. Be sure that we're practicing what we preach. The world is hungry for the living bread. And we've got the Word of God. We know how the Lord saved us. The Lord saved me when I didn't know nothing about holiness. But somebody had taken the gospel. Somebody decided that they were going to win souls for Christ. They came to the nightclub where I was, there in Detroit, and I was so high-minded and haughty, and I fixed a big old glass of scotch and water. And I offered the preacher a drink. He said, "No, ma'am, I don't drink." I lit me a cigarette, and I offered that to him. He said, "No, ma'am, I don't smoke." I said, "What do you do?" He testified to me and told me how he had been addicted to drugs and how his mother and his aunt had prayed for him and how God had delivered him from heroin addiction. I listened, but I didn't quite believe it, but it was something in his words. It was something that left something with me. And I said to him, "Pray for me then." I really didn't mean it humbly. But they went back to that little sanctified mission, and they prayed. And I got to the place that I couldn't sleep at night. I got to the place that I would drink myself to sleep. I drank so much gin until my hair began to come out of my head. I got so fearful and my nerves got so bad, and the skin began to just parch on my body. I got to the place that I couldn't eat and I couldn't sleep, and I was seeing things. I said, "I'm going crazy. There's something wrong with me." I had gone to New York City and gone to the theatrical school and gone to the Flame Show Bar there on John R. Street. Gone to the Frolic Show Bar. Oh, glory to you. Ain't been saved all your days. You know something about that, some of you. Thank you, sir. I worked in the Apollo when it was really the Apollo then, with Nipsey Russell and Red Fox, and I had my apartment overlooking Central Park West. I married my business manager, who was also a numbers bookie. We booked $30,000 to $50,000 worth a day of numbers. We paid the police off like they were little boys. But glory, down on the inside, I didn't have no peace. And somebody told me, that preacher told me about the Word of God. He said, "Miss Kelley, read this here." He opened the book to Jeremiah 32 and 27, where the Lord was saying, "Behold, I am the Lord. I'm the God of all flesh. Ah, glory, is anything too hard for me? And I